All right, what's up, guys? We are live. Welcome. Thank you for joining us on Wedding Business Growth, episode 5. Thank you guys for joining us. It is the three of us tonight. We don't have a guest with us, and we missed you guys last week. I hope you guys had a great week. Feel free to drop in some comments, and even if you watch the replay of this and you have a question about anything we talk about in any of the other episodes, feel free to drop a comment because we still do monitor those comments, and we'll be happy to answer those for you and help you out however we can. So today we are just going to have the three of us shoot the you-know-what a little bit together and just kind of see what comes out of that. So I'm going to let Nick, actually, not letting him, but Nick's going to be running the show tonight. So I'm going to turn things over to Nick, and
Sure.
Here we go.
Yeah, so let's talk about some stuff. So I wrote an article last week kind of about burnout. By the way, sorry for not being on last week. I feel kind of bad about that, but just doing some family stuff. But I wrote an article like this upcoming week or this past week on burnout and just kind of like what that, entails. So maybe we can kind of get into some of that, but just like maybe an overview for people who haven't like read the article. It's kind of weird talking about burnout like in the middle of like the coronavirus because we shouldn't be burned out. We should all be like revved up and ready to go. I know David is. I'm sure Michelle's ready to go too. But why are we talking about it? I think like it's easy like right now to kind of just lose track of where everything is and where everyone's at. And it's really easy to kind of just like veer off your business or veer off your job. And you're not really like kind of thinking about it. It was that way for me. Like David and I talked about it on the Rookie and the Vet podcast a little bit previously. It's easy to fall off when you're not continually working. And I noticed that I kind of fell off a little bit, like in terms of what I was doing, like with my wedding business. I kind of transitioned a little bit into the real estate stuff. But I think it's important to recognize burnout right now, because you can take a step back from that and you can enjoy doing what we do just for ourselves. So an example of that would be David DJing, just doing a set because he loves to play music, or me making a video, just making a video because I love to do it. I think this is a really amazing opportunity to kind of like recultivate, like, I hate to say the word passion, but like the love you have for whatever we're doing. And I think that that's a huge part of not burning out is engaging in those types of activities. So doing a DJ set, making an arrangement. If you're a florist, just making it just because, or for me, making videos just because I wanted to do it. Like one of the examples that I put in the article was I went through some of my graduation footage from last year, and I was like, man, like I completely like dropped the ball. Like I brought my camera. I was like, I'm gonna make this cool like video for like we went out to Arizona State. So we went to the Grand Canyon. We did all these fun things. I brought my camera, got awesome footage, and I did nothing with it for a year. Like I did absolutely nothing with it for a year. I was like, you know what? This is gonna be the time where I like take some time for myself and make this video. Just because I enjoy doing it, because like I did this and like it's gonna be fun, and it came out epic, and the family and friends liked it, and it was cool. So I definitely encourage everyone right now, like during this time, to kind of just start like to work on your business stuff. Like think about why you kind of fell in love with what you're doing. Like the one thing that David always mentions in your wedding business is you get into this stuff because you love doing it. It's not an obligation, right? Like I love doing video. David loves DJing. Michelle loves planning. Like you do it because you love it. Like you could definitely go get like a regular job if you didn't. So find out why. Like get back to the roots of why you love doing what you're doing. I think that's a great time. This is a great time to do that. And I think in order to prevent burnout, like that's the number one way that I've found personally to kind of avoid that. So maybe thoughts, like what you guys think about that, David?
Yeah, I think that also from the standpoint of burnout, sometimes you have to think burnout. You can also get burnout from doing nothing if you think about it. Yeah. So sometimes I think it's one of those things where, hey, Dan just jumped on with us. Good to see you, buddy. I think you can just get burnt out from being bored. You could get burnt out from not being able to be in your normal routine. So I would say we can't just attribute burnout to just being what happens, when you're burnout from your job or things like that. And so I think it's good that you noticed that about yourself and said, hey, look, I need to really do something about this. And yeah, like we talked about on the Rookie and Vet podcast, which that episode should be coming out this week or next week. I think it's next week that episode comes out. And one of the things that we really talked about on that was, I think didn't we say reflect and realign, or reflect what was it? Recharge? I can't remember.
I think it was,
I think, yeah. But it was just one of those things where it's like, and part of that had to do because we were talking about how social media, and I don't want to tell the whole podcast because then there'd be no reason to listen to it. But the part of it was just, we were talking about how, sorry, I got distracted for a second. Social media, right? Like, what do we post on social media right now? Because it's like there's nothing going on. So it's difficult to keep your social media up. And I think that's really big what we were talking about when we said that we want to reflect on, for example, go back to what you posted, maybe not this exact date, but maybe this weekend last year, and just kind of repost that and just kind of say, hey, this is where we were last year and can't wait to be there next year. We might not be there this year, but hopefully we'll be there next year. So I think it's just finding ways to, and I think repurpose was another term that we kind of used during that conversation. But yeah, man, it's easy to get burnt out, get depressed, get down, all of these kind of things during this time where there's a lot of uncertainty. To some extent, we're going back to doing events. Some people are not. Michelle and I were talking off camera before we got on, like our 3 events today alone got rescheduled,
Wow.
And it's just one of those things where we've been talking about this for 5 months now, at least 3 months, at least 3 months we've been talking about this.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things where we're continually dealing with things that we've just never had to deal with before. So it's important to really stay on top and stay focused and so on and so forth. And I actually did a post on social media today, almost about this exact same thing, not even remembering that we were going to talk about it today, but the post was just kind of talking about that. When you're the kind of, most of our people in our industry are very type A personalities, very on the go, very just want to go. And most of us, quite honestly, probably function a lot better when we have all of these deadlines and all of these responsibilities and all of these things that we know that we've got to keep, and all these customers that we have to accommodate and all of that stuff. So we function, we operate at a higher level when we have those things going on. And then when all that goes away, then it's like, well, shit, what do I do now? Right. And so it's very easy to fall into that trap. And so my post today was all about learning to just kind of stay still and just, it's okay, decompress, reset, refocus, and then move forward instead of falling down into the complete opposite of where you are when you're going, go, productive. And then you don't want to have yourself completely do a 180 and be totally unproductive.
And because I think that could really be bad for your mental health too. Like, I think you could really go into some bad places if you like dead stop doing anything. But so just in terms of the wedding planning stuff for Michelle, how has it been otherwise with burnout? How do you feel?
I kind of feel like I'm still planning. So I feel like I'm still doing, like, I would say, most of my job is planning through emails and phone calls and meetings, and then it all leads up to the big wedding day. So the majority of my job is planning. And for me, yes, we've been in COVID and we've been in quarantine, but I still feel like I've been planning just as much as I was prior. However, I also feel like it was a big eye-opener for me that I could give myself more personal time. I didn't have to always be, answering the phone or taking late night calls or in the office every single day. So as far as burnout, I don't really feel like I've been burnt out. I think I missed the actual event itself. I think for me, that was what I found more, that I love the personal interaction, the day of, bringing it all together. It's more like, that's the gratitude that I get, is that big day happening and everything coming together. That's what gives me that, wow, I did this type of thing. Gotcha. So I think I miss that, and I'm not so much burnt out, but I've been fiending to plan any sort of get together
Yeah.
or anything like that during all of this, just because like I miss seeing those happy faces and pulling everything together and, you know, seeing the end result.
That's awesome.
So
Well, that's a great, I mean, that's a really great way to be, honestly, like that you're wanting to get back to it so badly, because I mean, I have tons of friends that are, that work in kind of the corporate world, and like similar to you, like they were really happy. Like most of them are working from home right now, but man, they're like, I hope we never have to go back. I was like, dude, well, I mean, that's a kind of a red flag. I mean,
don't get me wrong. I have enjoyed, you know, having some Saturdays and getting my weekends, and you can see I've been in the sun some. So
yeah, you have.
I have.
Goodness gracious! Show us that again. Let me see that watch stand again. Good,
that color is like David's color right now.
Like I didn't even know that you were capable of being that.
No one knows, because by the time I am that pale, you know, it's wintertime and everyone's at their palest. So
that's hilarious.
But
that's hilarious.
So I mean, I was definitely burnt out prior to all this happening, because it was like, you know, fall, and you know, those are kind of our busier months, October through January. So I definitely was burnt out prior, but you know, I'm kind of getting back to wanting to be going.
So, question for you: when you get burnt out, like when you're at that point, where what do you turn to? Like, where do you go? Like, what's your thing?
I don't know. Like I definitely have breakdowns every now and then, but I do it in a sense of like, I definitely know that I need to give myself like one full weekend. So when I am booking weddings, I don't book every weekend of the month, just because I know I need like a mental break at some point. But when I do feel burnt out, I guess I try to take like a little mini trip somewhere, or just, you know, try to have like a mental step away from work before I come back.
That's
I mean, my job is to stress for people, basically. So it definitely, I can tell when I get built up, and I know probably like a lot of my close friends and relationships can tell when I get to that certain point that I need to bring it down from getting there.
Yeah, I mean, that's.
Hey, Nick, let me, if you don't mind, let me bring this comment in real quick here. Sure. I think this is a great comment. Dan, one of my really good buddies out there from Washington, kind of, you know, left this comment for us. I miss the interaction with a bunch of people that like to dance. Also miss the whole planning of the reception and interaction with the bride and groom. I think that's right on target right there. I think that's something that a lot of us that really work in this industry, you know, struggle with, man. We really have a hard time when we're pulled away from that.
Yeah, definitely so. And I mean, I can attest to it on the DJ side for sure, because the energy that you have on the dance floor is ridiculous. I mean, when you have a place going and they're having a good time, like you absolutely feed off that, and it's so much fun. Like I can't necessarily say the same thing for video, like, because it's like, it's nice when it comes together at the end and like it's very emotional and that kind of stuff. Like it's a different type of feeling, but like that energy that's at the event while it's happening, it's like no other, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that Aaron that said hey?
Yeah, that was Aaron that said hello to us. Hey, Aaron, thank you for watching us again. One of our past guests that were on. And by the way, Aaron, if you guys want to jump on with us tonight, you're welcome to do that. I can send you the link, and you're welcome to jump on with us and chat a little bit. I know you guys have been killing it out there with the movie projects, man. You guys are just going crazy with those.
Yeah, I'm following them on Facebook, and yeah, what they're doing out there is absolutely amazing. So very cool. But I was just gonna say, to add to Michelle's point too, another great burnout thing that I've done in the past as well has been just taking a step back. I mean, vacationing and just doing something where I'm just absolutely recharging. Kind of like I know for the 4th of July, like I had an amazing, like we got together with the family, and it was like absolutely like awesome to kind of take a step back and just relax and just decompress. So yeah,
that's important. Definitely important. I just want to address another quick question here that came in from Dan. Have you put on hold any of your music subscriptions, or have you kept them? I think should have said going here. You know, I think that's a great question. I think, you know, whether you're a DJ or whether you do anything in our industry, there's either music subscriptions or there's some sort of a monthly thing that, whether it's education, whatever it might be, there's a lot of those things. And, you know, that actually, ironically, was a little bit of the topic of our conversation on the podcast as well, you know, just about how to, you know, manage getting through this. And I think, if you have to put music subscriptions on hold, you got to do what you got to do. Really, if you got to put anything on hold, then it's important to be able to make sure that, number one, you can get to the other side of this thing, and you make sure that you can be able to to make sure if you could be able to, just get on the other side of everything that's going on right now. So if that requires putting things on hold, if that requires, just kind of shaving away any unnecessary expenses right now, I think it's important that you definitely want to do that, without a doubt.
And I one extra point to that, absolutely no shame. Like, I'm finessing Adobe right now I cancel my subscriptions to the Creative Cloud, and I'm just using like a student free trial. And it's like, you do what you got to do. I mean, you got to make ends meet, and you have to, like David said, get through it. So I don't think there's any shame in it. So.
Well, and just one other point, especially on the music subscriptions. A good thing about a lot of the music subscriptions is that most of them, the music is there for I think they all are kind of a license to have the music there for about 6 months or so. So if you go back and resubscribe, it's going to be a lot of it's going to be a lot of cultivating and curating your music to catch up with that time frame, but that music will still be there, so you won't necessarily miss out on that music. And since you don't really need it right now, then it's not as important necessarily, is not important to have it right now, so to speak, if you're not doing as many events.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, you can still keep up with popular music too. I mean, that's one thing that I've been doing, in terms of that, is just listening to what's coming out and kind of seeing what's good and what's not. And like, it'll still be there, when the time comes. So no, that's great. What else we got? Oh, we got some more comments coming through.
Yeah, this was from Aaron. Yep, from Aaron.
Okay. Nice.
Yep. Talking about my buddy Joe on there.
Yep. I'm paid to pivot.
Gotcha. Very cool. Yeah, I mean, the most important thing is that you make it out of it in good financial standing too, and you kind of just do what you got to do, right? So, cool. Anything else on the topic of burnout?
I think we did pretty well with that. I think the most important thing is just to really be aware. Be aware of where you're at. Do a personal assessment. I'm not saying do it every single day, but periodically just do a personal assessment and say, hey, am I kind of going down the drain here, or am I okay? And it's okay to be honest with yourself. And it's okay to, I've always been an advocate for making sure that you have somebody that you can talk to, probably not a family member, because sometimes they're going to tell you what you want to hear instead of what you need to hear. Yeah. And so I think it's important that you have somebody that you love, you trust, and you can go to them in confidentiality, and you can just say to them, hey, this is what I'm dealing with. I need some help. Maybe you don't have all the answers. Maybe all I need you to do is just listen. But you have to do that. You absolutely have to do that.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, David, I can even say that for you. I mean, it's been like that. I've definitely come to you a few times, and vice versa. It's been really awesome to have someone, especially like this close in the industry, who like knows what we're going through. I think is also really important too, because you can tell a friend this, and like I've tried to reach out to my friends about, right? Like you could try to talk to your friends who have no idea what you're going through, and like they just like, yeah, okay, like it is what it is. But to have someone in the industry, I think is absolutely like amazing. And it's like I feel more decompressed like when I talk to David than versus like I talk to like when another of my friends who's not in the industry. So that's another thing about this community. I mean, like if you have if you're feeling a certain way, we're all here to talk. You just let us know. I mean, if you want to keep it private, shoot us a message. But that's what this is all about. I mean, we have to make sure that we all get through this, and we're all in good mental standing too, because it can get really difficult for sure. But just to wrap it up, I guess, like also, I mean, use this time, kind of like Michelle said, to enjoy yourself, enjoy your family, reach out to people that maybe you haven't reached out to, reconnect, read a book, do something maybe you haven't done, invest in yourself, invest in your health. David's been absolutely slamming the gym, which is awesome. So
I think it's the other way around. It's been slamming me.
Yeah, but definitely take care of yourself. And I think that's the most important thing. So
Well, one quick other point I want to put out on this topic too is just because I read about this happening recently. I think that taking the advice of like we're saying here, which is find somebody to talk to, find a community to talk to, and so on and so forth. But really, one thing I definitely urge everybody to do is be careful. If you go in, so for example, if you're part of a group and you put like, feel some type of way, you put something out there, just remember that whatever you put out there can potentially be used against you later on down the road.
Yeah.
And it can be about, a particular event. It could be about working with another vendor. It could be about something personal. It could be about anything. I think it's important to get those things off your chest, but just be careful the medium and by which you do that in, because there could be some repercussions down the road. We locally here, we recently just saw that come down the pipe for somebody that I think was really just trying to, express a concern in a group of people that this individual felt safe and comfortable in, and it just turned out to be bad. Dan, you're about to bring tears to my eyes, man. Thank you so much. Dan's such a cool guy, man. Him and his wife are so cool. I can't wait to see them again. But that's the thing, like we just want to help people. That's what this whole thing is all about, is just helping people, whether it's, this much help or, too big to fill the screen help, like whatever we can do to help you out, man. We are here for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very good. David, how do you want to wrap this up? We got maybe some fun questions.
Yeah. So I've got so a quick shout out to my buddies. I don't know how this is going to look on green screen. Quick shout out to my buddies at Pod Decks. These are fun little cards. They're a fun little game to play when you're doing a podcast or a Facebook Live or anything like that. So I'm gonna before I do that, I'm going to throw out one quick more comment here. This is from Erin. Erin, it's not showing up at her name, but nevertheless, this is from Erin. We can all live leaner, and I'm so dang thankful for the opportunity to forge deeper friendships and relationships with other industry pros like yourselves. I invested in an accountability coach to help with productivity and NLP, big long word, you can read that yourself, pro to help elevate my thought process. Highly recommend reaching out. Anyone you hire to help coach and counsel you, there should be confidentiality agreements, and of course, read reviews before hiring. Great advice. Absolutely great advice. Thank you for that, Aaron. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's the truth. Spending time outdoors. Quick point about that. Went to the Smoky Mountains with some friends and family. Yes. During this time, it was an amazing trip. Like getting out in the mountains, like seeing those views was so therapeutic. Like it was
a change of scenery, just a change of scenery even,
Yeah, absolutely awesome. So very cool.
All right. So we're going to jump into this. You guys can keep your comments and questions coming in if you want to. We can jump back into those as we see them come in. So I'm just going to ping pong back and forth with you guys and just ask some of these random questions. Nick, I'll start with you. Let's see. Well, some of these I can't read on air, man. I'm sorry. Okay, this is an interesting one. So this is for you, Nick. Nick, the question is, have you ever been bitten or attacked by an animal? And if so, how or why?
Yeah, dude, I did get attacked by an animal. When I was a little kid, I got attacked by this dog, and he was so angry at me for whatever reason. It was a boxer. And dude, this is young Nick. This is a little baby Nick. I was like 3 feet tall max. So this dog is huge. Absolutely, he's a horse. And like he's trying to just play with me because he's having like the best time of his life. And I'm so scared, and I'm like, what's going on? So I run away, and this dog's like, where are you going? Come back and play with me. And he actually like topples me over. Like I'm freaking out, like crying, and like this dog's just trying to have a good time. And yeah, that was mine.
That's great.
Story. Yeah,
that is too funny. 3 foot Nick, you said?
3 foot Nick.
Oh, that's crazy. All right, Michelle, this is yours. Do you have a nickname that you've been called that you don't like when people call you that nickname?
Jackie.
Jackie.
My name is Jacqueline, and people want to throw out Jackie every now and then, and I cannot stand it.
All right, you heard it here.
But yeah, do not call me Jackie. I will not answer.
You heard it here. Do not call Michelle Jackie.
I had one kid in college and called me Jackie. I think the entire 4 years I knew him, and I hated it.
Oh my goodness. Oh, too funny. All right, Nick, do you have a signature move or a quirk that people notice or comment on?
A signature move? Oh, it'd have to
Or
be dude, it's the dab. Like it's the dab or the whatever this is.
oh yeah, you do that a
Floss.
lot. I know
Floss.
exactly what you're
You gotta
talking
know.
about.
The what?
That's too
The
funny.
floss. It's like that weird thing where you
Yeah,
like
the
go.
little floss
Oh,
dance.
like
He does it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. He does the floss dance all the time. That's so funny.
Catch me at events flossing.
Yeah.
Yes. Whether he's DJing or whether he's shooting photos or whether he's just there hanging out, there's pretty sure damn guarantee he's going to be flossing at some point. All right, that's a good one. All right, so Michelle, if your office was to have a show and tell, what thing would you be proud to bring to do for your show and tell at work?
Probably my dog. She's great. I'd bring her in and show her off. She's a sweetheart. I don't know anything else.
She is a pretty dog. I love seeing her on Instagram.
Tricks. She loves people. I'd bring her to show.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, guys. So we're just having some fun, kind of getting to know Nick and Michelle here. Once again, if you guys have comments or questions, feel free to drop them down there. Our topic today, earlier, we were talking about burnout and just kind of dealing with everything that we're all dealing with right now, and just trying to stay motivated and stay focused. So if you have a comment or a question about that, feel free to add those. Or if you have a question for either Nick or Michelle that you want me to ask for our ping pong game of questions here, feel free to throw those in the comments. And if they make sense, then maybe we'll add those to the list here. All right, Nick, so it's your turn. What is the longest you've ever waited in line for something, and what was it?
Oh, Disney all day. I was waiting like 3 hours to get on Space Mountain.
Oh.
I'm gonna turn we need to turn some of these questions around on David. So
yeah, how can I search some? What is it called? Pod decks?
Yeah, you won't be able to find them on there. You won't be able to find
David, what is the longest you've waited in line for something, and what was it?
Are you asking me that? All right, so kind of a funny story. You remember when Xboxes first came out, and everybody was like pitching a tent? That's funny to say that. Like literally going to the store the night before, and sometimes like 2 days before in a tent. Yeah, I was one of those guys.
Oh, you did it?
Yeah, I was one of those guys for the Xbox when it first. I think the Xbox One. No, the regular Xbox actually. I think it was a regular Xbox when it first came out. I was one of those guys that did that.
What was the game? What was like the absolute go-to game for that system?
Oh,
you remember?
Probably. Sorry, I just saw Aaron's question. Probably Madden, man. Probably Madden. Okay, so Aaron's question: what was your most regrettable hair choice? Bonus points for photos. All right, I got you. All right, so Nick and Michelle, talk amongst yourselves for a minute, and I'm gonna try to find this real quick.
Well, I can kind of add some insight to this. Like I've known David through a few iterations of hair. And as David has for myself. I mean, David actually like was there when I got one of my edgiest haircuts, that super bald fade. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
I was like,
yes, I do.
And the funniest part about that was I was like, it wasn't even close to what I expected, and I was like, not even close. And I was just walked out there. I was like, all right, that was not even close to what I was expecting, but that's fine.
It happens.
Happens for sure.
Michelle, you have any bad hairdo?
I have not had a bad hairdo since I could do my own hair. When I was a child, my dog's barking. When I was a child, my mother cut my bangs like a crazy person. But not since I've been old enough to make my own decisions. My hair is my hair.
Yeah, no. I think all moms have imposed bangs and terrible haircuts on kids.
Yeah, every girl has had a terrible bang situation, probably given by their mother, or like super short hair.
This thing, with like the bangs as well.
Yeah,
my sister. Sorry, I'm
too funny. I've almost tracked this photo. I'm just trying to find a good photo. Oh, here we go. This will work. You'll also see when I was a little bit, quite a bit heavier than I am now. All right, so let me share. I can't believe I'm letting Aaron talk me into doing this, but this is fun. This is fun. This is how you get to know people and have a good time. So let me just add this real quick, and you guys will be able to laugh at me in just a second here. All right.
I feel like she already knew the answer with this question.
No, actually she probably
–
and the perm, too funny. Now, actually, she probably didn't. So here we go. Coming up on screen for a second. This is
wow.
This is circa 2008 when me and a bunch of my buddies and all, we decided to go on a little baseball trip, and we went to nine baseball parks in 7 days, and we had this silly idea to all get mohawks, and so
nice.
There you go. So there it is. Aaron, that one is for you.
Oh, wow.
No, I got to get rid of this as quickly as possible. I can't find out where to do it. Okay, there we go.
I hope someone screenshotted that.
Right. Well, it's going to be unfortunately, it's going to be in the video. You'll be able to find it on YouTube.
We'll get to revisit it.
Yes. So everybody will be able to make fun of me all they want to.
I feel like Hulk Hogan should have been lurking around the corner somewhere, David.
There's a good chance he was, and I didn't even realize it, to be honest with you. Okay, that might be incriminating. I won't ask that one. Okay, so I'm just going to ask this one to either one of you guys. So either one of you guys, have you ever had a weird Uber experience?
I gotta think. I am 90% sure I have. I need to.
No.
No. Not that I remember. I may have had a couple of drinks and just not have noticed it.
My Uber experience it's not weird because I think this happens all the time, but I did get our Uber driver to stop and get us McDonald's after one night in Atlanta. That was kind of cool.
I've definitely done that a couple times. Yeah, I've also had them take us to, there's, what is it, the Village Inn in town?
Yeah.
At night. We've had them take us there, and we actually if they want to come in and eat, we'll buy their food for them.
Oh, nice. That's
I guess that's how I met. I use an Uber driver for weddings, and he's great. He's got a big, nice SUV. He'll transport my whole bridal party around on schedule, super reasonable pricing, and that's actually how I met him. He picked my friend and I up, and I'm sitting in this vehicle, and I'm like, wow, this is a really nice vehicle. We could use this for weddings. And next thing you know, I'm using him, and I think it's been 2 years now. So.
Hey, Dan, are you saying that? Type in the comments. Are you saying that you've had a weird, crazy Uber experience? Is that what you're saying? And if it is, you want to jump on camera with us and share it? That would be great. I'd love to hear it. I'll send you the link to jump on the camera with us real quick. So just type in the comments if that's what you're saying, and I'll send it to you. All right. So Michelle, this question is for you. Back in high school, what was the strangest thing someone could find in your locker?
Oh, wow. I don't know. I don't really think I kept weird things in my locker.
No half-eaten bananas or anything at all like that?
I don't think so. I was a pretty, to the T type of student, I don't know. I really don't think I kept anything weird in my locker. I think my locker.
Dan said his 7-month-old is typing comments to us. I love it. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
I really don't think I had anything weird in my locker.
I got a weird one for you.
You do? Okay, Nick, drop it on us.
Okay, so when I was in high school, you remember Edward Snowden, that whole thing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So actually you?
Yeah. No. So in one of my textbooks prior, someone had written in my textbook that the NSA is watching you, and I thought it was the creepiest thing. And I was freaking out for quite some time because, first of all, someone got into my locker, someone wrote in my textbook, and then folded up the textbook and put it back in my thing. Because when you can write names and stuff in the textbooks and you can put your name, I knew the list. I saw who was on there, and then the NSA is watching you. I was like, I'm done with high school. I'm done.
That's too funny. That is too funny. All right, so I got two more for both of you, and then we'll wrap this craziness up. All right, guys, this is it. If you're watching and you want to ask any more crazy questions to us, Get them in quick because we're getting ready to wrap this thing up before we go on all night doing this silliness. All right, Nick. If peanut butter wasn't called peanut butter, what would it be called?
Peanut cream.
Ooh, okay.
Oh.
Peanut cream. Oh, look at there.
Cream team.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, it's Wednesday. You know I got to support my boys on Wednesday. All right, Michelle, your turn. If you could sing a duet with anyone, who would it be?
Ooh, that's a good one.
While you think about that, Aaron said, Nick, that's super creepy.
I was scared. Dude, I'm 17. I was freaking out.
I think she's talking about the peanut cream, not the friggin' NSA watching you.
Well, that's also creepy. But yeah, it's peanut cream is kind of uncomfortable.
Peanut cream. Probably Stevie Nicks.
Stevie Nicks, good choice.
I'm a huge fan of her, and or Prince. I really can do some Prince.
Yeah, Prince would be friggin' dope too. I gotta watch my mouth here, man.
It actually like those are my go-to karaoke songs, so I'm just like picturing like singing with him.
My go-to karaoke song is "Because I Got High" by Afro Man.
Is it really?
No, really, only because it's an easy one to do, and you're not even really singing in it. You're just really kind of talking.
Yeah.
She was talking about the NSA. Okay.
Thank you for not calling me out, making me feel terrible.
There we go. So I that was my bad. I apologize. All right, Nick, your turn. Okay. What is the weirdest thing you've ever seen in someone else's home?
Recently, very recently, and I mean no offense to this person because it was very recent. I was doing a home photo shoot tour of a house, and there was this. You could probably still see it if you go look at the listing, 1027 Garrison Drive. It's like this leg lamp, and it was like this leg of a lamp of a lady, and it was like a leg. The stem of the lamp was a leg, and it was just so creepy. I was like, why is that? And it was like right in the front. Like if you look on the pictures, like house and then like leg lamp, like right there, like right in that main window. I was like, that's interesting.
You know that's from a movie, right? It's from an old school movie. I can't remember which one it is, but that's from an old school movie. Christmas Story. Yes, that's from Christmas Story.
Yep.
That's from
yes.
Christmas
Again,
Story.
no offense. It's a beautiful piece. I was just like, it was just interesting to see it. I was like, oh, nice.
I wonder. I hope Dan's 7-month-old is not still typing these comments.
If
Too
it was
funny.
You could call it chopped nuts.
Too funny. And now look, I've apparently I've put myself in a position to have to do Afro Man at these next places where I'm going to be seeing these.
And cut your hair like that old picture.
Yeah.
What's that?
Got to
cut my hair like that
style and sing.
All right. All right. Maybe if enough people ask me to do it, I'll do that. Okay. All right, Michelle, this one's for you. And okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna have Dan and Aaron both come up with one more question for me since I've been asking all these questions to you guys. So Dan and Aaron, you guys are watching us right now. You both get one question each for me that I'll answer. This question for Michelle: if human beings came with a warning label, what would yours say?
Wow. I don't even know. So now you just want me to put all my flaws on blast?
It only has to be one.
Warning. I don't know.
I'll help you out. Mine would be sensitive skin.
What's that?
Mine would be super sensitive skin.
Super sensitive skin. Mine would probably be warning talks to you. I snore, actually. Warning, I snore.
There you go. Warning, snore too much. There you go.
Or that's another one for me, like overly not funny sense of humor, or tries to be funny.
Dude, you do say some pretty funny stuff. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of the funny stuff that Nick says is off camera, and so it's probably not like appropriate for on camera. Yeah, it's pretty funny. Like if we do like an after 10 show one day, you guys will get what I'm talking about with Nick's crazy.
And the accents too. Like I love accents.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. That too. All right, Dan and Aaron, it's on you guys, man. If you guys have something for me, I'm gonna go ahead and answer your questions. since I've asked all these questions to these guys, and I think, like Nick said, it's only fair that I answer a few. And while we wait for Dan and Aaron, if they want to drop questions, okay, here we go. Question 1. If you could hang out with one country singer. See, when I first saw the comment, I didn't notice that country was there, because I was going to say I don't think anybody would not know the answer to this one. But since you added country singer to it, man, you guys are going to probably laugh at me, but I'd probably say Luke Bryan. I don't know. I just think he's a cool dude. I think he's pretty cool. I don't know. I might have really blown that off. You know what? Now that I think about it, yeah, Luke Bryan's fine. Luke Bryan's cool. All right, Aaron, you got something for me? It's on you, Aaron, if you got something. Or Michelle, if you got something while we wait on Aaron.
Any singer. Would
What's
it be
that?
Wu-Tang? Any singer, Wu-Tang?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Dude, DJ Pauly D.
I've already done that, and it was not fun. It was not fun, and you already know that, so I can't believe you threw that at me. Okay, this is Aaron's question. If you could have one superpower, what is it?
Ooh, that's a good question.
All right, so I know I'm going to probably I'm getting pretty sappy here, but I'm going to be honest with you. I think if I had one superpower, it would be to eliminate all negativity and hate in the world, so that people just all got along and we're all productive and we're all supportive to each other to help all of us prosper and grow. So I know it's kind of super cheesy, but it's true. That would be my superpower. Yeah, that would be my superpower. That's a good question. I like that. Katie, what's up, girl? I see you watching. What's up? Let's see. What did Dan say? Nice, Luke Bryan wasn't too far from me a few weeks. See, I should have known that. If I'd have known that, I would have probably jumped and made fun of him. Oh, look at here. Great. Look at here. So Aaron said she'd like to hear Nick and Michelle's answer to the same question about superpower.
Okay. Mine's not as noble. I got to think about it. I mean, the first one to me is like anti-gravity ray. It'd be something like that. It would be very Marvel DC esque. So it'd be like to fly or something. Like I think that would be pretty cool.
I was thinking either fly or like turn back time.
Yeah.
Not change anything because I feel like I probably wouldn't change anything because it got me to where I am, but just to relive certain moments.
Nice.
Yeah. Have you guys seen this movie? Speaking of time loops, have you guys seen this new movie? I think it's on Netflix. And hell, I should have looked the name of it before I brought it up. But it's like these guys. It's like a set at a wedding, and like it's this infinite loop of them keep waking up the very next day, no matter where they go. As soon as they fall asleep, they wake up the very next day.
Is it? It's with Adam Sandler?
No, it doesn't have Adam Sandler in it. No,
there's a movie where that happens.
I don't know. Somebody help me out if you know the name of the movie I'm talking about. It's on Netflix. It's something city or paradise something or another. I can't remember to save my life. Maybe I'll try to see if I can look on Netflix real quick here while we're talking. Anyways, it was applicable to what you guys were talking about. Michelle, have you seen Doctor Strange?
I do not think I have.
No Doctor Strange?
Mm-mm.
All right, Let's see. Anti-grav would be badass. Yes, it would.
It would. I mean, there's no denying that.
I have not seen Doctor Strange.
All right. Well, I brought this Netflix movie up, and now I should have paid more attention to what the name of it was before I did it.
Google it.
Is it the dating one? No, it's not. It's not a dating. It's not. Well, it's kind of a dating one. Here, let me just look on Netflix real quick. Why not? This is the beauty of live talking. We just
look it up.
Look stuff up. God dang it!
You know who's in it?
No, I don't. Honestly.
Has anyone been watching any cool Netflix series during the quarantine? Or no, I guess we're not in quarantine anymore. But during this time, I mean, anything fun?
I finished the whole series of
Tiger King.
I did not. I started that one. I did not finish that one.
Yeah, I couldn't get it.
What's it called? Oh, it was such a big one too. I just can't remember it. I just totally went mind blank. But I started Queen of the South. That one's actually a really good one.
Nice.
The Wrong Missy is super funny. That's not the one I'm talking about. But if you haven't watched The Wrong Missy, that's friggin' hilarious. That movie is hilarious.
Oh, Nick and Michelle.
Ozark. That's what it was. I finished.
Ozark is great too.
Yeah, I finished that whole series.
Dan says, Nick and Michelle, what about you for country singers to hang out with? Honestly, I feel like Thomas Rhett's like super cool and super chill, and plus he makes all like my favorite music, like in the country genre. He seems like super chill, so I feel like I would enjoy that.
I would probably go with, I don't know. I feel like Luke Combs would be kind of really cool to maybe have a beer or two with. But I think Carrie Underwood would be pretty neat to sit down and hang out with. I think she's got a lot of positivity in her life.
Or what about the Chicks? Because, we can't call them what we used to call
them.
Oh,
yeah, the Chicks. Yeah, I don't know.
We're not allowed to call them the other name anymore.
Oh, for real? I didn't even know that.
No, they changed their name.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Their music is like, man, like, you want to see me start crying? Like, just throw some of their songs on. I'll start crying like almost immediately.
They've got some good classics for sure.
They seem like they're very angry at men, though.
Yeah.
You need to listen to like Miranda Lambert if you want to hear of someone who's like, I feel like angry at men.
Yeah.
I feel like Carrie Underwood's had some broken hearts. She's got some.
Slashed a hole in all 4 tires.
Yeah, she's got some anger in her songs.
Yeah. Dan said a Michelle and Carrie Lambert duet. That would be good. That would be really good, actually.
Yeah,
all right. So part of the reason why I can't find out this movie is because it's not even a friggin' movie on. It's not even a movie on Netflix. It's actually a Hulu movie. No wonder. What are you saying here, Dan? Not only Taylor Swift. Yeah. You're right about that. Taylor Swift's angry at the world, I think, isn't she?
She's mad that Kanye's running for president.
Yeah, she's got some.
That would be funny. Actually, that would have been funny if she would have like ran up and when he was doing that thing, if she would have ran up and did the same thing to him that he did to her a while back. That would have actually been hilarious.
She should be vice president.
While we're asking random questions, how do you guys feel about pineapple on pizza? I like you guys see that all the time.
All day, every day. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a masterpiece.
Okay.
That was hella random.
People get really butthurt over it. They do not like the thought of pineapple on pizza.
Pineapple is just such a sacred fruit to me. Like, it's actually literally my favorite fruit. So I'll literally put it on anything. It's so good.
Well, and you were the wrong person to ask to get a reaction out of.
Dan says all day.
Pineapple is your favorite fruit. Is that what you said, Nick?
Yeah, pineapple is my all-time fave for sure.
Huh. Interesting.
Does that say something about my personality?
I know. I mean, I might start calling you Pineapple Pete now or something like that, but I don't know. All right, so I've really built this movie up, and now I can't find the damn name of the movie anywhere. Like, I thought it was on Hulu. I thought it was on. I don't even know what it was on. This is what happens when I don't get enough sleep. I just randomly watch something at I start watching it at 2:00 in the morning, and then I don't even remember where the hell I started watching it from in the first place. But I don't know. Maybe by the next time I'll have the answer, or maybe I'll put it in the show notes. I don't know. It's a good movie, regardless. It's very funny, and it's about time loop, and it goes back to our whole. Michelle mentioned something about time. Anyways,
call Nick SpongeBob now. Yeah, I do. I would live in a pineapple if it was possible. Yeah, I would for sure.
We call him Sponge Nick.
It's called Naked.
What?
Is it called Naked?
No, it's 2 words. It's like what is it? It's like almost like the name of a place, like Paradise City or something like that. I don't think it's Paradise City, but I don't know. Damn it. I got nothing.
I don't know.
You got me all hyped. I was a little hyped. I mean, I think I would have probably watched it given our circumstance right now. But
you know what? If you, I would literally have to run downstairs to look it up real quick, and you guys don't have time for that, man. Who's got time for me to be running around the house? we said we were gonna go 30 minutes, and look, we're already almost at an hour. All right, so this is it. Last chance. Ask any question you want.
Anything.
Nick and Michelle, if you guys have a question for me, you can ask it, or for each other, you can ask it. People that are watching, you can ask questions if you want really quickly, and then we're just going to wrap this up because we're just getting totally out of hand. But I think it is fun. I think it is fun to get to know each other and stuff like that.
For sure.
So.
We talked about, so to wrap it up, I mean, we talked about burnout before this. Michelle brought some good points about, debriefing and decompressing when things, get hard, trips and, just getting out in nature was another good comment from Aaron. But also kind of coming back to yourself and kind of doing what you do for yourself, a little bit, for myself. Making the videos is a grand old time. If I can find the video too, maybe we can throw that in the show notes, David. I'll like that video I made for my graduation, and for David too, like even DJing, like honestly, like I've been playing around on the computer, and it's like just do it for fun. Like, hey, these are songs I would probably never mix in public, but let's try it. So
yeah absolutely.
Dan says, thank you for being industry leader and keeping us all positive. Hey, man, thanks for being here.
Dan, we're happy that you keep coming back and watching our crazy nonsense every week, because some of it is fun, some of it is good, some of it is just crazy old fun. David, was it Vivarium? No, it was not that one. No, I'm telling you, the name of the movie is like it's a two word. What is it?
Is it like a recent movie?
Yeah, to be honest with you, maybe I watched it on some bootleg thing and it's not even out yet. I'm telling you guys, like I'm telling you, when I start staying up too late and get delirious, you never know when, where or when I do stuff. So it's fun, to say the least.
It will remain a mystery.
It will. I'm sure probably as soon as we get off of here, I'll remember it. I'll be like, oh yeah, that's it. All right. Well,
anything else?
You guys got any more questions for either one of us, or anything at all like that?
I feel bad. I feel like David kind of got left out a little bit in the questions here.
Well, ask away. I don't care. Ask away. You got a question for me? Throw it on. I mean, it is easier when I got this, little cheat sheet deal here. So there's that. But
yeah, I looked online and I honestly could not find any good questions. They're all kind of weird.
I'll ask David a question. So, what was your hardest moment in general, that you've had? How did you overcome it? If that's too personal, let me know.
Hardest moment that I've ever had and had to overcome it.
Yeah, is that too personal?
No, I don't want to corner you. Really. I mean, it's funny. It really pertains to how I got into doing DJing and the wedding business in the first place. Okay. So when I was young, my whole goal in life was to play sports. I mean, I had colleges looking at me and I don't know, maybe they were looking over me at the kid behind me. I don't really know, but I think colleges were looking at me. They told me they were. And that was my whole game plan, was to do that. And but I had to have reconstructive surgery on both of my ankles before I even got out of high school. So literally I had to learn how to walk 3 times in my life, because obviously when I was a baby and then after each surgery, I had to literally learn how to walk again because of the way that they had to do it. And so it really changed my whole scope and my whole dynamic of what I thought my life was supposed to be. And as a high school, almost getting ready to go into college age person, you think you have your whole thing planned out, and then it's like, well, what do you do now? And so my parents were really great people and they were really very supportive, but they weren't the kind of people that were like, oh, buck her up, camper, just learn how to walk again and keep playing sports. They were kind of more like, oh, well, what else do you like? And I'm like, I don't know. I like music and I like being a class clown. So maybe there's something in there somewhere. And then I actually started working in radio before I worked and doing weddings and things like that. So I know, Nick, you probably heard some of that story, but yeah. I mean, I think that probably was it. That was probably the hardest thing I've ever had to that I can think of that I've ever had to overcome. And I'm glad I did. I'm glad it happened. I'm glad it happened because I've really loved being a part of this industry. I'm not going to be like this, unicorns and I don't know, whatever it is, Mickey Mouse and unicorns and shit. But like, it hasn't always been great. But for the most part, like rainbows and unicorns, that's what I meant to say. Like, it hasn't always been that, but there's been more good, way more good than there's been not so good in this industry. And I've loved every bit of that. And I've loved facing challenges within this industry. And I love still facing challenges within the industry. And I also really love helping other people overcome challenges that they have within this industry. So to have somebody like Dan, to be on here and watching really means a lot to me, because I know that he and I met each other at a time where he was struggling in his business. And, I don't know that everything I said like totally turned everything around for him and his business, but I do feel like I was able to make an impact on him and his business, and that means a lot to me. So maybe none of any of that would have happened had I not gone through what I went through. Definitely.
Oh, that's awesome. So, well, appreciate you sharing. I mean, that's awesome. So, I mean, any final comments? We're gonna, I think, shut it down here soon.
Yeah, I think we're good. Michelle, you got anything for us?
Nope.
Appreciate it,
guys. So we are sad to say that that Michelle is going to kind of be on a hiatus from us for a little while. She has some things she's going to be focusing on that are going to kind of prevent her from being able to be on the lives with us for a while. So Michelle, you'll be very much missed. I hope the people that do watch us will not stop watching us, because the eye candy level of this is about to go way, way down, like completely down on these lives. But hopefully you guys will still come back and join us. And Michelle, seriously, we will miss you while you're gone, but we'll look forward to your return for sure.
Absolutely. It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely. Aaron, thank you so much. Thank you for that. That's very kind of you. We love you guys so much. We love you and Ernie so much. And we can't wait to see you guys next month. Nick and I will see you guys next month in person, as long as they don't shut down California. If they shut down California and flying and all that stuff, we might not get to see you guys. What's that?
Isn't California like kind of shut down? Like, are they still on like pretty strict?
Well, yeah, but I mean, I think you can still fly there. Like we're staying in private residence, and as long as we can fly there and stay where we're staying. I mean, we probably won't be able to go out to eat at different places and things like that, but hopefully we'll be able to at least go to the grocery store and cook at the house that we're all staying at and everything. So we should be okay. As long as they don't shut down flying, we'll be in good shape.
Aaron said, I'll miss you. I'll miss you too, Aaron. And Dan, take care as well. I'm sure I'll see you guys in the future.
All right. Nick, I'm going to leave it on you to wrap it up for us, bud.
Guys, I appreciate both of you. I appreciate everyone that's listening to this right now. And thanks for all the great activity in the comments, Dan and Aaron. Really appreciate you guys. Just stay positive, keep spreading this great energy. I mean, like this community and stuff, like the comments that we're getting and just interacting, having fun. I mean, just keep putting that back out there. So appreciate y'all. We'll see you next time. And that'll be it. Peace.
Bye, guys.